Every evening as the sun began to set, John would set out with his ice cream cart, ringing his little bell as he walked through the peaceful streets of Silver Oaks neighborhood. The area was filled with grand villas and wealthy families. But tucked between those luxurious homes stood a small, worn-down house. A family lived there, struggling with financial hardship. That house had a little star, David, a sweet, innocent 4-year-old boy. Every single day, David would sit by the window and silently watch John pass by, as if he were watching something magical. His eyes sparkled with a deep longing for the sweet, cold ice cream, but his tiny feet never moved toward the door. John had noticed him many times, that same quiet gaze, full of curiosity and unspoken wish. It touched his heart. One day, John couldn't resist anymore. He walked up to the window, smiled warmly, and asked, "Hey there, little guy. Don't you like ice cream? I never see you come out." David replied in a soft, gentle voice, "I love ice cream, Uncle. But my mom doesn't have any money." That innocent answer shook something deep inside John. His eyes softened with emotion as he said, "Oh, sweetheart, you can have one from me every day. You don't need to pay anything." But David, wise beyond his years, calmly shook his head. "Mom says it's not right to take anything without giving something in return. So until I can give something, I won't take anything." John stood frozen for a moment, taken aback by the boy's maturity. Then he smiled and said, "Okay, let's make a deal. You take an ice cream from me every day, and in return, you give me a sweet little kiss on the cheek. That will be my price." David's face lit up like sunshine. That day, for the first time, an ice cream was placed on John's palm, and in return, a soft kiss landed lovingly on his cheek. And from then on, it became a daily ritual. Every evening the bell would ring. David would run out, one ice cream, one kiss, and lots of laughter. A whole month passed like a sweet dream. But then suddenly, everything stopped. David was no longer at the window. Not in the yard. John grew worried. After waiting for a few days, he finally walked to that small house and knocked. Alexa, David's mother, opened the door. With a gentle smile, John asked, "Ma'am, is David okay? I haven't seen him in a few days." She hesitated, then replied softly, "Sir, we're poor people. Eating ice cream every day isn't something we can afford. When I found out you were giving it to him for free, I felt ashamed." She sighed and added, "You are a kind man, but I can't teach my son to accept anything without giving something back." John's eyes filled with emotion. He lowered his head and said gently, "Ma'am, how can you say I was giving it for free?" He smiled softly and continued, "I'm not a saint or a generous hero. I'm just a simple man who believes in fair trade." Looking toward the window, he said quietly, "What your son gave me in return was worth more than any money. A kiss full of love, a smile so pure. That's not a small payment. If someone gives you something priceless in exchange for something small, that's what we call a good deal, isn't it?" He paused and then added with shining eyes, "You've raised your son with beautiful values. But tell me, doesn't true love have any value?" Alexa's eyes welled up with tears. She wiped them with the corner of her scarf and softly called out, "David, come here, sweetheart." David ran out and without saying a word hugged John tightly. John picked him up in his arms, kissed his forehead, and smiled. "Today I brought your favorite, vanilla ice cream. I know how much you love it." David jumped with joy. "I love it so much, Uncle John." Dear friends, not every relationship in life is measured in money. Sometimes a little kiss, a sincere smile, or a child's innocent love is more valuable than all the riches in the world. Remember, happiness given from the heart is priceless. And if life ever gives you a chance, make someone smile.